Lemonada.
I don't know why cell phone bills are so expensive. Like, we all need a cell phone. We all need the internet. We all need text. We all need to send emails. Nothing will send me into a frenzy quicker than when I get the monthly text from my cell phone provider and they're like, by the way, we upcharged you because you did this one thing. It should be cheaper, and you should stop overpaying for wireless just because that's how it's always been. These are not rules of the universe. This is not physics. Cell phone companies just charge you what they want because they can get away with it. Well, Mint Mobile exists purely to fix that. Mint Mobile is here to rescue you with premium wireless plans starting at $15 a month. And all plans come with high-speed data and unlimited talk and text delivered on the nation's largest 5G network. Get up on that 5G network. Bring your own phone and your number. Activate with the eSIM in minutes and start saving immediately. No long-term contracts. Ditch that old overpriced wireless and get 3 months of premium wireless service from Mint Mobile for $15 a month. I love Mint Mobile, and I have suggested it to many family members because we should all be paying less for our wireless. If you like money, Mint Mobile is for you. Shop plans at mintmobile.com/Eliza. That's mintmobile.com/Eliza. Upfront payment of $45 for 3 months, 5 gigabyte plan required, equivalent to $15 a month. New customer offer for first 3 months only, then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See Mint Mobile for details.
Amazon Health AI presents Painful Thoughts.
I can't stop scratching my downtown. Yeah, but I'm not itching to go downtown and tell a receptionist I'm here to talk about my downtown. Some things you'd rather type than say out loud.
There's no question too embarrassing for Amazon Health AI. Chat your symptoms and get virtual care 24/7. Healthcare just got less painful.
So let's go back to last weekend when I was woken up by the sound of my dog vomiting. Then my daughter came into the room to let me know that Tianfu had had a diarrhea on not one, but 2 wool rugs. Have you ever found yourself Googling, is this normal? What can my dog eat? What color should their poop be? Is this okay? Then you are not alone. And you start to panic. And of course, you're like, oh my God, there's something wrong. My pet is dying. You freak out. Maybe you take your pet to urgent care, or you wait for the vet, which always takes forever. Whatever it is, you know that it's going to be exorbitant and it's going to be a pain to get your pet looked at and taken care of. And when something feels off, you just want to get it taken care of. A quick message from today's sponsor, the ASPCA Pet Health Insurance Program. We all think our pets will live forever, and we all think our pets will always be healthy. But when the day comes that something is wrong with your pet, you're going to want to have an ASPCA Pet Health Insurance Plan. The program offers customizable accident and illness plans, making it easier to get your pet the care that they need. And they've been around for almost 20 years, and they've covered nearly 1 million pets in that time. You can tailor that plan to fit your budget, your lifestyle, and your pet's particular quirks, because not all plans are one size fits all, right? What your horse needs is not what your iguana needs, because big vet bills never show up when it's convenient, do they? When you enroll in an ASPCA Pet Health Insurance Plan, you could get a $25 Amazon gift card. It's a little treat. You know, we all love treats for you while you're doing something great for your pet. To explore coverage, visit aspcapetinsurance.com/Eliza. That's aspcapetinsurance.com/Eliza. Eligibility restrictions apply. Visit aspcapetinsurance.com/Amazon terms for more info. This is a paid advertisement. Insurance is underwritten by either Independence American Insurance Company or United States Fire Insurance Company and produced by PTZ Insurance Agency Limited. The ASPCA is not an insurer and is not engaged in the business of insurance.
Ask me. Ask Eliza anything. It's time to ask. Ask me all your questions. Leave them in the Instagram comment section. Leave them on your Twitter or leave them on your Facebook. We'll see them. We'll read them. Then we'll give you answers. You know it. I've got it. I've got the answer. The answer. You ask me. I'll tell you anything.
Hey there, and welcome back to another episode of Ask Eliza Anything, the podcast where you, the listener, are our guest. Isn't that funny how I said that? With me, as always, is my dynamo, I hate that word, co-host, Emily Higgins, and super producer, Glenn Milley, on the ones and twos. Today, we're going to be bringing you all the hot gossip from people you don't know. So to kick us off, here is Emily. Do you think people listening for the first time are like, I kind of like that?
Maybe you need to do the little like fingernails.
Hey, you guys, stay so safe. I got a spray tan on Thursday night, and I was like, this will carry me through, and I don't need makeup for this podcast. And I still look just as mediocre, just like a fourth shade darker. So
You look nice. I would just say maybe move your mic a little bit so it's not covering your face.
there we go. Well, you said we should talk about Las Vegas, and I'm happy to do that. Had a great show at the Venetian. Was crazy to be back there because I spent a good chunk of my early stand-up years playing the Venetian. I would say it was in my like maybe late 20s, early 30s. They had a thing there called Lipstick, which was it was an all-women stand-up showcase. It would be 2 female headliners every weekend. You'd split the weekend and you go and you do it. And so I spent so much time at the Venetian. And my funny story that I always tell is that I'd been paired with, I really only remember Heather McDonald and Fortune Feimster, but there must have been other women, but they give you, credit to go to a club or your room service. Like you get, casino money. We get like $500 to go to Tao. And it wasn't until I hung out with Fortune Feimster that I saw a woman actually use the credit for food. Like it never occurred to me to like order food at Tao, not alcohol.
I think one of the best 30 Rock jokes is when he says, can I buy you a drink? And she says, no, I already have a drink. Can you buy me mozzarella sticks?
It's totally fair. I'm a big Sushi Samba fan. I eat it every time. When I saw Backstreet Boys at the Sphere, I ate it twice. And it was great. I had a huge group of friends come out.
Okay,
which
wait,
was really nice.
We're talking about Vegas, like, oh, I did comedy. Everybody's really excited for your DJ debut.
Getting there. I had friends come out for my DJ set, which I was getting to. I was building a story.
Okay.
It was really nice. I will say this as like a 43-year-old woman to have like a group of friends just come out for a good time to support you doing something new, as I would for a friend. Nobody had drama. No one was like, I don't feel well. I can't make it. Like it was just all adults bought their own tickets. Yes, the hotel rooms were free because we're in a casino. But like we had a group of like 13 people come out. I DJ'd for an hour at Juliet. It was so much fun. And then we went to Tao. Shout out to DJ Spider, who's very nice to us. I could not stay. I cannot stand cigarettes. But it was so fun that I will be also DJing. This will have happened already. My own official Netflix is a Joke after party after my show here in LA. And I'll be DJing for over 2 hours. So we're building up. Much to the detriment of my quality time with my family, I will be in my room mixing tracks together, hunched over a computer, and that is where you'll find me. A lot of explicit material coming out of the speakers in my office. My daughter hearing all of it.
Mommy, the door's stuck.
Was there a moment in the show that your transition hit exactly how you wanted it to?
Yes. I mean, I only made 2 mistakes. And I counted those and I saw where I made the mistakes. Every transition hit. And everybody was just listening to it. In your mind, you're going to do it and the crowd's going to lose their fucking mind. And it didn't happen a ton, but it happened. The fact is, in stand-up, you always know where you stand with the audience and how they're enjoying it. With DJing, from what I found from one gig, are they dancing? That usually means they like it. I've definitely hated a DJ and just walked off the dance floor. People were there. And what's even weirder is I saw a lot of people taking videos, but I was not tagged in one post on Instagram from someone I didn't know. And that's why I'm kind of like, one of our questions is about Instagram, but that's why I'm kind of out on this algorithm. It used to be in like the 20 teens, you do something instantly, they tag you, saw this tonight. I have thousands of people come to the shows and I almost never see a post. So I think we're just tagging less, but people were filming. I had a great time. I was sweating. And then I finished. So you do an hour of stand-up, a meet and greet, and then an hour of DJing. I was zapped. Like and all your friends are like buzzed and having the best time. And I was like, I have no serotonin. Like I kind of just need to sit.
Because last time you were worried that it was going to, that you were only going to do maybe 28 minutes.
I added songs. So it was a full hour. I added songs the night before.
Okay.
Which is tough because you have to download them off like a Russian website. It was great. And I'm going to do more of it. And I hope to be bringing more of it in my official tour that will kick off in 2027. You don't need to stay tuned for that info. We will get it for you sometime in the next year.
Okay. But I just want to say from the people of the Patreon, they were so excited. We posted you DJing last night and people were just like pumped. Like she was like, she's having a good time. This is fun. She's so into it. I can't wait to be bobbing along. I think at least one person on Patreon did say that they had a good time.
People had a great time. I came home. Okay, this is what we should talk about. This should be my bottom of the cob. You know what? No, I'm going to save it for the Patreon. I'm going to tell you about an insane 24 hours. So if I did not see your comments, it's because of the 24 hours. I don't deserve a medal as a mother, but I will tell you, sometimes as a mom, you're like, can I get a cup of coffee and not get a text? So we will talk about that on Patreon.
The other big exciting thing for you, Slow Sunday.
And Slow Sunday launched. Folks, it's all about irons in the fire. For those of you that don't know, Slow Sunday is my micro e-newsletter. It's a micro essay from me, a coffee recipe, a link to a fun product. There is nothing to do. It is not a Substack. It is not homework. It's just a fun thing to read, kind of in the vein of those LA Times, like Perfect Sunday things where you like interview a celebrity and they just kind of say what they like. It's just designed to be the antithesis. I was going to say Antichrist, to be the antithesis of everything online. So if you haven't signed up for Slow Sunday, head on over to my Instagram and click that post. I think it's also on our website, on Eliza.com.
It is.
There should be a link. Come join us.
On Eliza.com, you scroll to the bottom.
And we deliver it to you every Friday. The idea being like if I posted a recipe and you needed like a banana for your banana from coffee, you have time to go get it before your Sunday, but no pressure. No pressure applied. Okay.
Dear Pod Pals, firstly, day one AIA listener, multi-show ticket holder, Netflix special repeater. Thank you for the ups when I'm down and the level-headedness when I'm tripping. Here's the beef. My mother-in-law has been holding an inheritance over my wife's head for her entire life. I've personally heard her mention it to my wife on multiple occasions as it relates to jewelry, funds, property, and heirlooms. Our daughter is 3, and my mother-in-law recently and accidentally dropped the bomb that she, the 3-year-old, will be inheriting everything in the form of a trust that only my wife can manage. Should my wife die, a lawyer I've never met will be the manager. My daughter will get everything at the age of 18, no boundaries, and we will have no access to the money unless it financially benefits only my daughter, not myself, and not my wife.
We will have no access to the money unless it
benefits only my daughter. So no property purchase, not a house that we all share, which to me is so short-sighted and stupid. It has to be only for her. No one else can benefit. My wife is heartbroken because she's caught between sounding greedy and feeling unprotected. I'm the sole breadwinner, and if I were to die, my wife would have my life insurance, but not the protection of what she's been told she'd receive. She's been skipped in a generational inheritance and feels awful. This isn't the only terrible thing her mother has done, but it's a granular moment I want your opinion on. Is this fucked up? Is there a bright side? Thanks, Aaron.
Does your mom? It's a girl. Does your mom not like that you guys are gay? Is it a gay thing?
I feel like they would know if it was and they would call it out.
Okay. So gay thing aside, because I don't know if my mom said this. I was like, we have a pod question. What do you think? She said, well, it started with the sympathy, and honestly, that sucks for you. Assuming your mother-in-law does not have dementia, the action she has taken is clearly because either A, she thinks the two of you don't know how to manage your own money, or B, her daughter, and she and subsequently you don't get along with her. Oh, I don't know. I should have asked her to clarify. For whatever the reason is, this is what's happening. I don't know if you've seen the trust because it seems odd that there are no constraints on what an 18-year-old can do. Should the both of you die. The fact that a total stranger is managing the trust is 100% legal and purposeful because it would appear that your mother-in-law doesn't hold you or your wife's ability to manage money in high esteem. I'm guessing that she feels the two of you have been dancing on a high wire through life, no net, and this is your punishment. She's taking away the net. On the other hand, it seems that the two of you have been saving or not saving enough money or spending too much money in your lives, relying on inheriting money from your wife's mother's death, which probably would be when the two of you are in your 60s. I don't know the value of the trust, but as far as the jewelry is concerned, unless she has estate jewelry, it's essentially sentimental value and fairly worthless. If it is estate jewelry and she has insurance on it, that insurance will probably be gone the moment she dies and stops paying for it. All of this doesn't matter. Bottom line is you get nothing and you're going to have to work out changing your lifestyle to dance without a net. Sorry, buddy.
But here's the problem. This mother has used this inheritance for her entire life and controlled her with this money and now says, just kidding, you're not getting it. And that is
I
really
think
fucked up.
The reason your wife is afraid to bring something up is she's afraid the mom will be like, fine, you get nothing. But a little bit kind of a nod toward my mom said, like, you cannot live your life managing someone else's feelings because you're afraid they're going to cut you off. Hopefully you make your own money. It should be like if you
said Aaron makes all the money and then.
Right. The wife doesn't work and she hasn't worked. That's why the mother-in-law is like, hey, I don't trust you.
Well,
it's a
what
little
if
bit
she didn't work because the mother said, hey, you don't need to worry about it. I'm going to leave you this money so you can stay home and raise the child. Now has changed the terms because that's
we
what
don't
it
know
sounds
that.
like.
That's not what it sounds like to me. I think depending on where you come from, you could read this as she's never worked. Her mom's always paid for everything. The mom's fed up. The mom knows that the daughter isn't great with money. Something's going on there. But what's missing is sitting down with the mom. You're afraid to say anything because you're afraid the mom will be like, fine, you get nothing now because you questioned me. You're afraid of your mother because of her financial power. And that's not fair. You should be allowed to ask these very important questions. And it's not rational to be like, when you're 18, you get everything. And I'm skipping my own daughter. Something happened where the mother does not trust the daughter. So either she doesn't like a choice that the daughter made, or she doesn't believe that the daughter will make a sound financial decision. And if you are the kind of person living in fear of having this conversation with your mom, then that tells me your mom's contributing financially more than you should be comfortable with.
I just think it sounds so wildly vindictive and weird.
And I'm saying, here's why.
Yeah, but the clause is such that they cannot even buy a house for all of them to live in because the adults would benefit. That doesn't actually benefit the 3-year-old at all. So they can't buy a house with this money because the 3-year-old can't buy a house. So they can't live in a house together.
Good. Be that as it may, vindictive as it may be, what's missing is the conversation with mom. And I'm saying the wife is afraid to have that. Aaron's wife is afraid to have that conversation because she's like, if I make my mom mad, what if she takes money away? I don't understand. And if you make enough money for them, Aaron, you guys should be like, you know what? We don't want your money. Leave it all to her. Goodbye. You should be able to live your life not under the thumb of the mother. And so I think the mom, however it has been arranged that she pulls the purse strings, now your wife is afraid to rock the boat, but also wants to get a lot more when she dies. And the mom is like, well, I've seen the way that you are financially, whether she crippled you deliberately or inadvertently. So what's missing is a conversation. Have the conversation so at least you know where you stand. Be like, we're just wondering, is it that you don't like my financial decisions? Are you mad about something? Like, call it into the light, like air it out versus just like cowering. Like, I hope she leaves it. This isn't fair. What do I do? My feelings are hurt. Find out. Ask.
Well, and maybe less, because it is just such an awkward conversation that you have to have, but maybe talk about it in terms of, look, we love that you want to protect your granddaughter. This is actually not even the best way to protect her if we can't even like buy property, et cetera. Like, there are things we benefit from as a family.
She's going to say, and I don't trust your decision making. I don't trust that you won't buy a hamster farm. That's why I'm leaving it all to her. So again, what I'm saying is you're missing the part where you ask her about the method to the madness. We're skipping over we have no information about Aaron's wife and the way she spends money and the decisions she makes.
Well, why are we assuming she spends it badly? We take our question askers in good faith.
We are, but we don't have, but I'm saying, you're saying this woman is putting all these weird financial constraints and we have no information. I bet it's not suddenly. I think it's like if you look back, either the mom's paid for everything or she's disagreed. And now the mom's like, look, I'm coming to the end of my life. It's not suddenly. It's like, hey, death is coming up in the next 30 years. I'm just letting you know. So I'm saying what is to be lost? It's not like you're going to get less from her and she would never do anything vindictive to your baby. So I would just sit down and talk with her. That way, at least you know, or you can clear the air. But right now, like with most of our questions, you're just kind of blindly like assuming her intention, but you have no clue.
When do I get access to my trust?
Your trust from your parents? It's like a fish stick and some dog toys. Oh, from me?
Uh-huh.
You can have it now. I'll send it to you in an envelope.
Is it a fish stick?
You left some pencils when you abdicated your job throne. You left a cup of coffee that I've been sipping from ever since, hoping you'd come back.
I would never leave a used cup in your home, in your beautiful home.
I'd leave it in my car. It would be there forever.
Oh, yeah. Well, my car.
I thought I offended you for a second. I was like, oh, no.
No, my car is where my garbage goes.
Don't you agree, though?
can.
You got a new car?
No, I said, Eliza, I said I bought a new car garbage can.
Oh. Car garbage can. Are you an Uber driver?
So that I can put my garbage.
You're like, this way I can put it in a smaller box, but I can keep it near me. Don't you think they should just sit down with the mom? You're so afraid to sit down with this mom because you're afraid she'll do something even crazier.
I just think that any money conversation, especially as like the Aaron in the situation, I think it's so uncomfortable to talk about. I think it's uncomfortable when like my parents bring it up. Like it just makes, I'm like, I don't want to talk about this because they're like, oh, what do you want? What do you want from the house? And I'm like, nothing, stop talking to me. And then maybe take a bunch of trash. And it's just all horrible. So I get why it's like, we don't want to talk about, hey, what's going to happen when this person's 18, who's 3 right now? It's just, she has to have the conversation, but I wouldn't want to either.
Yeah, but you don't want to have the conversation because you love your parents, and we all don't want to talk about when you die. This is different. This isn't like we love her so much. It's so what's
weird.
Uncomfortable is like, hey, we think you're a lunatic and you're kind of being mean, and we want to know where you stand, like mentally. And nobody wants to ask that because you're afraid the mom's going to be like, you know what I'm going to do now? I'm going to take away the allowance I give you or whatever. So I'm saying it's good to go through life not wanting anything from everyone. And as someone who lives in Hollywood, I'm like, the best thing you can do is literally not want anything. Someone says no, be like, great, I've stopped wanting it. Because then you're not beholden to anyone.
Yeah. Yeah.
I watch a lot of content online, and it's always about makeovers and refreshes and cleaning up and sorting out and purging. But I think the one place people forget to refresh is the one place that you spend hours at a time, and that is your bed. Everything in your life gets an upgrade. You upgrade your cell plan, you upgrade your car, you upgrade your position in life, right? We're constantly changing our hair and our faces and our makeup. But what about a sleep upgrade? The fact is, the fastest and simplest way to upgrade your sleep is to upgrade what's touching you all night, your bedding. You deserve a luxurious, breathable set of sheets that are made from quality materials, and Boll & Branch, let me tell you, has you covered. They make the entire bed feel luxe. They have signature sateen sheets, breathable pillows, cozy waffle bed blankets, and beautifully crafted comforters, all designed to work together for comfort and temperature regulation. Upgrading your bedding with Boll & Branch is a simple swap that transforms your entire bed and how you feel instantly. You can slip into a bed that feels softer and more breathable. Most people start with their signature sheet set. I am a big fan of Boll & Branch's signature hemmed sheet set. It looks clean, it looks crisp, it comes in a lot of soft, beautiful colors. I for sure have talked to you about oak, like a versatile sort of soft green color. It pairs with anything. And once you get on that Boll & Branch site and you start clicking around and building your perfect bed, you are going to become obsessed. I love Boll & Branch. I'm obsessed. And that's why I want you to be obsessed and have a delicious night's sleep just like me. So I've arranged for an offer. Upgrade your sleep with Boll & Branch. Get 15% off your first order plus free shipping at bollandbranch.com/Eliza with code Eliza. That's Boll & Branch, BOLLAND branch.com/Eliza. Code Eliza to unlock 15% off. Exclusions apply. You guys, I really do sleep on these sheets. This episode is sponsored by BetterHelp. May is Mental Health Awareness Month, and it's a reminder that whatever you're going through, you don't have to go through it alone. I mean, I will tell you folks, I had a callback for a major motion picture with a major director the other day. And within 15 minutes, I got a phone call saying, you didn't get it. It was 9 lines, and I didn't get it on the same day that I found out that a network fully rejected a pitch I sent in. To say that my self-esteem was crushed is an understatement. And I laid on the floor, and I let the tears flow for a little bit. And then I got up, and you know what I did at 3 o'clock? I had a session with my therapist. Because the truth is, I know what failure feels like. I eat it for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And I needed to talk to someone about reminding me who I am and what I came here to do. And I felt so much better about myself after I talked to this therapist. And then I went and had a fun dinner. Life is a journey, and some days feel good and other days feel overwhelming. And whatever it is that you're going through, the ups, the downs, the full-on rejection of your talent, no matter how hard you tried, there is someone out there for you to talk to. BetterHelp therapists work according to a strict code of conduct and are fully licensed in the U.S. BetterHelp does the initial matchmaking work for you so you can focus on your therapy goals. A short questionnaire helps identify your needs and preferences because you are special. You are unique.
And BetterHelp's 12 plus years of experience and industry-leading match fulfillment rate means that they typically pair you with the right therapist the first time. And if you're not happy with your match, hey, switch to a different therapist at any time because BetterHelp is easy like that. And with over 30,000 therapists, BetterHelp is the world's largest online therapy platform, having served over 6 million people globally. And it works. With an average rating of 4.9 out of 5 stars for a live session based on over 1.7 million client reviews. You don't have to be on this journey alone. Find support and have someone with you in therapy. Sign up and get 10% off at betterhelp.com/Eliza. That's betterhelp.com/Eliza.
You ever think about, as women, how often we are hidden away in bathrooms putting makeup on just to prepare ourselves for looking acceptable? I understand putting on makeup. I like getting dressed up for a special occasion, but I should not have to be in the bathroom for an hour just to look acceptable to go out into the world. I love a minimalist routine, and I love Merit Beauty. The Minimalist from Merit lets you get a polished, natural look in just 5 minutes. It's not a foundation or a concealer, but it will replace both in your makeup bag. That's right, one less thing to carry. It is a perfecting complexion stick. It comes in a variety of shades, and it's perfect for when you just need a little something extra. I personally like to pair it with the Uniform, which is Merit's tinted mineral sunscreen. It has an SPF of 45. It comes in tons of shades, and I know that my skin is looking great while I'm protecting it. And if you're going for a no makeup day, no problem. Merit's Great Skin Serum is all you need. It instantly hydrates and plumps for a fresh, dewy look. And the best part is, all of Merit's products are clean, vegan, cruelty-free, and made with nourishing skincare ingredients that leave your skin looking better long after you've taken your makeup off. We as women do not deserve to be hidden away applying makeup endlessly. Put on a little bit of Merit and get out there and go get your day. I love a minimalist makeup routine so much that I've arranged a special offer. Right now, Merit Beauty is offering our listeners their signature makeup bag with your first order at meritbeauty.com. That's MERIT beauty.com to get your free signature makeup bag with your first order. meritbeauty.com.
Love the pod. Been listening from the beginning. Toot toot. I live in Denton, Texas. And every time Eliza talks about her dad and living in Texas, I'm like, I know that place. She was talking about an adorable coffee shop that looked like a fairy tale house called Kimsey's that closed. And I was screaming the name in my car, LOL.
No, it's a different one. That is one my
okay.
stepmother has sent me pictures of. I wonder where they closed. There's another one like around, I'm not going to get into it, but it's like an old farmhouse. It wasn't Kimsey's. There's another one. Church-based, faith-based coffee. And it was lovely. Okay.
Faith-based.
Faith-based, faith creamer.
My partner, male, 36 years old, and I, female, 30 years old, have been together since 2017. Moved in together, had our daughter in 2019, bought a house in 2023 with both our names on it. Recently, in 2025, I legally changed my last name to his and my daughter's. I am in the legal field, so I followed everything myself. No big deal. I'm now trying to get into law school. I changed my name because I don't know when we'll actually get married, but I want all my degrees and stuff to have my eventual married name. I have no timeline on marriage, but I've always said I want to be proposed to in a special surprise way, aka don't bother unless it's good. And we want to elope in Maui, very specific and expensive. Having a reception in Texas for family and friends afterwards. Now that I changed my name, everyone is questioning my choices, saying, why don't you just go to the courthouse and get married? Because I want a special wedding. And you're already married. Common law, sure. We have a trip planned to Austin in late May, and I'm 99% sure he's going to propose. We picked out the ring last year, a beautiful sapphire halo. I love
last year. What are we doing?
He knows if it's not good, she's going to say no. He really has to plan. The question. I feel a little weird posting online and telling people we're engaged when everyone already considers us married and eventually sharing wedding photos. Am I crazy for wanting to do things my way and still holding the space to actually be engaged and married, even if our timeline is weird? Do I just keep everything to myself and celebrate internally? Help. A little extra context. Happy as things are now, no rush to get married. Financially and tax-wise, it has been beneficial for us not to be married so far.
Huh.
So
how does that work?
Yeah, I don't know. I thought you got better taxes if you're married.
Yeah, is that a Texas thing? What if I was like, yeah, keep it to yourself. It's weird. You're upsetting people. This
Conventional
is
lifestyle.
a great way to separate your real friends from fucking weirdos. what, maybe you need to like live in LA because we're just like, whatever you want to do, get married at 50, have the baby at 60. First of all, that's so smart. I've never heard someone say that. I went ahead and put it in my would-be husband's name because I know we're going to get married and I don't want to have to redo those degrees. You have heard people say, we had one person, I remember she was like, I kept my maiden name because I earned my doctorate degree in that maiden name.
Yeah.
And I'm not giving that up. The answer is all of these things are correct. And I think that's actually incredibly smart. You know, you seem to know that you're going to be with this person and get married. That way you don't have to be like, actually it's Smith, but his last name is McIntosh. So I am Dr. McIntosh, but technically I'm Dr. Smith, whatever. I think that's really smart. It sounds like you have your life together. Anybody who has anything other to say than, oh my gosh, congratulations, finally, so happy, where do we send the check? You don't need to mess with. And as far as online goes, don't respond to anything you don't want to respond to. We post online to get the adoration and the clicks and the congratulations, which is what you will get. I don't know why you're so wrapped up in like two people who might be like, well, who cares? You're already married. That's such a shitty reaction. And that person's not invited to the wedding and you don't need to spend $50 on them eating chicken or fish. This is great. People do things their way. And I'm sure everybody that's making those comments, they've got their own unorthodox thing that they've done. You did life on your terms. You set up your life. You're going to law school when it's right for you. You are putting the pieces of your life in place. And anybody who can't see that is not someone who understands you. That's it. The idea that someone wouldn't be happy for you, I mean, it would be different if like you'd been together for 10 years and you're like, we're finally moving in together. You're like, okay, that's weird. But you've done everything and now it's the fun part. It's the easy part. You're going to get married and celebrate. You had the baby. I get that it's like a slightly less exciting only because it's not in the correct order and there's no like surprise element, but this is special for you. And who cares if he's proposing to you after you've lived together and had a baby? It seems like you've dictated everything else in your life on your terms, so be okay with this too. Fuck those people. It's ridiculous.
Especially if there are no financial benefits and you get to have things exactly your way. You're saying, you know what? We picked out the ring. He has the info. We know exactly what we want to do. It's not like he won't commit. It's not like, oh, we have no idea. There's too many people. No, you know exactly what you want to do and you'll do it when you do it. And that's great.
Sounds like you've been super smart about it.
Yeah.
They just sound bitter. Like, oh, P.S. Speaking of marriage, my friend Jamie got engaged.
I know.
And just so Jamie is my age.
One listener to the pod. No, well, it's her and Calissa who listen, right?
I think they both listen. But I'm just saying, like, I don't think Jamie ever thought she would get married. And I kind of was just like, whatever. And she has a boyfriend she's been living with for a little bit. But it was, it's your friend. And I saw that she got engaged. By the way, didn't text me. They were in Japan. I think I was sent it by our friend, Jody. Yeah. Sent me a screen grab of his Facebook. And I was like, it doesn't matter. Like, there was no part of me that was like, she didn't text me. I didn't find out. I was like, oh my God, that's so great. Two people found each other and want to be happy together.
You know, it's funny great. Because he's a comedian. He posted it and I read it like 50 because I was like, before I congratulate her, I need to make sure that this is a real engagement because he's like a comedian and like she hadn't interacted with the post yet because I think I saw it 3 minutes after he posted it. So I was like,
one of our friends was like, I didn't want to find out this way. I was like, to be fair, this happened in Japan. So he probably proposed to her like next Christmas, last Tuesday. Like I have no idea what time it was then. And you know what I thought was fair?
No, but I'm so happy for her.
Because I texted her and I was like, congratulations. Please don't wear an all black wedding dress. I know you like spooky stuff. And she was like, I'm still in shock. She never called. She didn't text. And I'm like, that's actually a very mature, fair thing. Like this idea that you've got to hang up and immediately call everyone. Like, I don't care. I'm just happy she's happy.
And let those people share that moment. And I feel like that's what our question asker is doing is it's like they're living in their bubble of what makes sense to them. You don't need to tell everybody right away. It's like so performative. And so now I think what's bumping up against our question asker is she's like, well, but I do want to do those little performative things and everything else about our marriage performative. But yes, get those little
get your moments.
Attention, get your moments, get your exact.
You post about it, read the comments. Maybe don't. Everybody is going to be like, oh my gosh, congratulations. You might get a few like, it's about time. But like, Anybody, I think you're making this up or you're going based off of like one thing, one shitty person like sort of intimated. Anybody that's like, who cares? You just cut that person out. Like fucking let them show you who they are.
Yeah.
You do you. You enjoy it. If I didn't live my life like that, I wouldn't be taking up DJing at 43.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be headlining a porta potty at Electric Daisy Carnival.
Howdy, crew. I'm 29 and celebrating 5 years in LA next month. I moved down here to work in TV, but haven't been able to land a long-term job in the industry for 2 years. So I've been dog sitting, day playing on TV and film sets, and occasionally getting production coordinating jobs for commercials. My finances had definitely taken a massive hit, and it's been stressing me out lately. I did just get a full-time job as a barista, so a bit of the stress is gone, but now my mom is stressing me out. Every conversation we've had recently leads to her saying something along the lines of, you need to get your shit together and stop playing around, which I reckon refers to me going to concerts and taking trips with friends. I take one domestic trip a year, and we only go to places that we can stay for free in order to cut back on costs. I don't want to sacrifice experiences because my mom tells me I need to save money and be an adult. I think a part of it is that she's jealous and she's often saying, oh, must be nice, or oh, the life of Beau. Apparently, my uncle and mom have been talking about me lately and how I said when I graduated college that I want to spend my 20s having fun and then crack down in my 30s. I am turning 30 in 2 months and laugh at that concept that I need to stop having fun and crack down, which I'm not entirely sure what that means. I don't remember saying it, but I reckon I was trying to be a wise 20-year-old that had a different perspective now.
No, you're like, I'll never turn 30. I'll be young forever. I just want to party. It doesn't work like that. No one's like, I'm going to go fuck it. I'm going to be addicted to drugs forever and go nuts. And then when the clock hits midnight, I'll turn into a pumpkin.
Apart from staying with my parents during COVID, I have been completely financially independent for almost 9 years. I've lived in my own apartment for 3. I have a full-time job and a few side gigs. I fully produced and performed a one-man show last year with no help from anyone. I even invest into a damn Roth IRA. So I don't understand what this crackdown conversation with my mom and uncle want to have with me is because I feel like an adult. When I asked her what she meant, she said, you know what I'm talking about. I think she's referring to me not having a, quote, successful career in entertainment yet, and that I can't rely on freelance gigs to live. On the last phone call with my mom, I figured it wasn't a good idea to mention I'm applying for a job in Seattle. It's a government job, overnight custodian, that would pay twice as much as I'm making now, plus great benefits. Is it what I want to do? No. Will I still be able to work on creative stuff on the side? Yes.
No, you'll be sleeping.
Well,
it's an overnight job.
This wouldn't be the first time I moved to a new city on a whim. I moved to New York without knowing anybody 6 weeks after graduating college. I have cousins in Seattle, so I wouldn't be alone. I also love Seattle and have said I could live there from the first time I visited over 10 years ago. And other than my friends, there's nothing tying me to LA. I've been getting excited about the possibility of moving, but I'm worried about the conversation I'll have to have with my mom. Should I tell her I'm applying to the job or wait to see if I get offered the job? I don't want to blindside her, but I also don't want to have her lecture me on needing to crack down. And I think she'll take this idea of me wanting to move as immature. I know this is theoretical right now since I haven't gotten the job, but how do I convince my mom that I'm being an adult? I call her about once or twice a week, but I don't even want to now because each conversation turns into a lecture. I don't know what to do at this point and would love y'all's perspective. Thank you. Eliza, I stormed out of my parents' house this weekend because my mom was like, have you gotten your gutters cleaned? And I was like, I pay a mortgage. I'm going to get my gutters cleaned. I was so mad.
Yeah. Your mom loves you. Your mom's worried for you. Your mom and you do not have the same lives. I would be interested to know how your mom was raised. Did she have a baby immediately? Did she travel around in a Volkswagen bus? Like, you know, did she grow up poor? Like, these things inform our parents' fears, right? The fact is, and if this is true, if you pay for your life, you don't have to have those conversations with her. She's trying to help you. And usually your parents are right. You know, it'd be different if you were like a Twitch gamer, you made $1 million. Your mom's like, when are you going to get a real job? And they just like don't understand or something. Your mom is seeing sort of an inconsistency, right? And also Hollywood is a tough thing to explain. Even if you're fully in the industry, if somebody isn't, it's a weird thing to explain because it's this sort of nebulous thing. You moved here to work in TV and film. But the truth is, and sadly, this is an industry that is drying up in California. So it's going to get harder. It doesn't seem like you're hyper passionate about it. If you are willing to move to Seattle to take a janitorial job overnight. And the thing is, you're like, I'll work on creative stuff. You might be able to lock in and get like really focused and like live this like solitary life where you only are creative during the day and you only work at night, but you'll probably meet some friends, enjoy Seattle, and kind of just live through life. Not everybody has to be laser focused on a goal. Your mom's fear is that you're going to wake up at 45 and be like, oh my God, I didn't plant the seeds for a real career. What do I do now? The answer is you can become a DJ. And your mom's fear, and probably your fear, is that you're not going to be able to have these gigs and string it together. Chances are, if you've been doing it for this long, you'll always find a way. Part of me thinks you are done with LA. I think you are like nibbling on the crumbs of what's left of an industry. And there will always be stuff here. But if you are doing production coordination, you could live a better, easier life in, I made a list, Atlanta, St. Louis, Austin, Nashville, Vancouver. And I know that they shoot stuff in Washington State as well. So I think you want to sit down with your mom and you want to say to her, and I've had this conversation with my mom too, every time I talk to you, it feels like you just have a list of things that I'm doing wrong. Ask your mom, be like, what are your actual fears here? And give her a chance to say those things because she loves you so much. She's not doing it to be a bitch. The jealous thing, I don't know. Again, I don't know how your mom grew up. I don't know if she thinks your life is a joke or someone's paying for it. You might want to ask her about those comments. But once you pay for your own life and you're supporting yourself, the benefit of that is that no one can tell you anything. Ask her where she's coming from because she might say to you something. It might be something eye-opening. It might be that she knows deep down you're suppressing a real dream that you have, and in favor of having fun, you're not going for it. Like building a job, a career in TV and film, like it takes a lot of sacrifice. And I will tell this to you, we do not do the same thing. And this is not what is required. This is just the way I did it. But for 40 weeks a year, for almost 20 years, like I was unavailable. There were no bachelorette parties, not that I was invited to any. There were no trips. There were no it was just work. Was I too obsessed with being in town in case the phone rang? Yes. Did it pay off? Not really. But getting to be creative for a living and work in this industry requires like some self-sacrifice. So and it's okay, by the way, to change your dream. It's okay to be someone who lives for their hobbies. I do production coordination. I like it, but I also love hiking and camping. You can build your beautiful life that way. And if you're happy here in LA, great. I wouldn't stay just for the friends. I think you need to sit down like quietly. Where do I see myself in 5 years? What do I love doing? What fuels me? If the answer is you don't know, then don't live in LA because it's expensive. Go somewhere where you can it can be a little bit easier. And if you're truly okay with that Seattle job and you love an adventure, it seems to me like you have no problem moving around because you're still trying to find what you like. And that's okay too. And some people never do. And for some people, it is the journey, not the destination. But the one factor that is constant and consistent is your mom worrying about you. At least get to a place where she can tell you where she's coming from and you can tell her how you're feeling. And you can at least agree to have pleasant conversations that don't feel like a to-do list from her.
Mm-hmm.
And if she doesn't get that, then, maybe talk to her a little bit less. But as far as the job, and who knows when you wrote this and when we're reading it, get the offer first.
Yeah. But you want her to see you as an adult. And I think sometimes a mom's not going to. I mean, she might to some extent, but she's always going to worry, it sounds like. And this is where her worry is currently focused. But the fact that you've been paying for your whole life for 9 years, you have nothing about you that screams to us you're not an adult. You're an adult and your mom's going to do what she's going to do.
Also, you're an LA adult. Like, this is what we do. No one has a job. Everybody's forever hiking, doing fun stuff. The answer is most people have family money and that's how they're affording to do it, or they're like secret prostitutes. Ask her, be like, crack down on what? Do you want me to get married? Do you want me to have a desk job? Like, that's just not what you're going to do. You sound
Right.
to me like the kind of person that's going to live many lives and kind of enjoy the ride. And that is actually okay too, as long as you're taking care of yourself.
Mhm.
The world needs people like you.
Well, and the fact that you're able to cobble together, just doing freelance gigs, doing production coordination, those are all very hard jobs. So it's not like you're
The world
lounging
always
around.
needs, I mean, you're walking dogs. Like, I know exactly the type of person you are, and you try to get work and it's hard to get. So in the meantime, you fill it in, which is great. You don't complain. You're not in debt, I think. You're not like living off the government. You're not living off your parents. You're sinking or
Contributing to a
swimming.
Roth IRA.
Yeah, you're sinking and swimming by your own merit. The truth is, everybody will always need, until AI figures it out, a production coordinator. So I'm saying move to the places where there's more of that. Pay less rent for now.
Yeah. Eliza, you've mentioned deleting Instagram from your phone more than once. And the reason for deleting, what's the motivation for reinstalling each time? And how long do you leave it installed before deleting? Now, Eliza, I was interested in your take on this question, not just that exact
Yeah.
question, but just surrounding deleting it and bringing it back. And then,
I'm not
What-
proud of this. It's
Yeah.
an addiction.
yeah.
It is
Yeah.
an addiction. I have never been addicted to like a substance before, but I would liken it to cigarettes. Like at the end of the long day, I'll have it off my phone for like a week or something. And I'll be like, you know what? I got an hour. I'm sitting in the lounge. I have nothing to do. It's not enough time to get into anywhere. I'm going to just have a little digital cigarette, a little scroll. And every once in a while, like it hits perfectly and you're like, that was great. That was really funny. I checked my inbox. I'm out. And then sometimes you're like, oh my God, it's been 2 hours and I can't sleep. It's disgusting. I'm embarrassed every time I do it. I have a social media team. So when you see posts from me, these are posts that I make, things that I write, I send it to them to physically post. So you're not like engaging with like a ghost person. Like it's not like somebody makes up my concepts or edits my, like I do that. But I think we got to a place with Instagram where it doesn't feel as good as it used to. And, you know, I post clips that get millions and millions of views and the follower count kind of doesn't go up. And I'm like, this is disproportionate. And watching that steals your joy. So I'm like, I don't want to do that. I'm not receiving comments that are affirming enough that it's worth looking at it. Like that's a very, what?
Let's pause on that. You're not receiving comments. You don't need that
Well, let me finish.
either. You're not looking. Okay.
We all look at comments, but
Yeah.
the comments are always positive, and then the negative ones are always just, it's the same types of voices, right? It's always like a really ugly man that's like, oh, midlife crisis. Oh, you're a mom. This is disgusting. Like I've heard the negative feedback and I've heard the positive feedback. And what you as a performer, what I have to keep returning to is this is a one-way street. I create, I disseminate, I dispense. This is not for me to intake the feedback. Positive stuff is great, but I know who my fans are. I know what they think. It's always nice to hear, but it's not worth how damaging mentally Instagram is to constantly be checking it for those few droplets. I also think I'm the kind of person that upsets people that I'm creative and enjoying myself. So I think we get a lot of people watch, but not comment. And so I don't need to spend my life seeing like, did somebody cool right back? Was it someone famous? Like I'm making the art. After I tell a joke, I get laughs. I don't check in with each audience member. Like, did you like that? Like I put it out there. The verdict is in. The jury's in, out. I'm in. It's great. I'll put it on for like sometimes for an hour. Sometimes I'll take it off. Sometimes I'll get disgusted with myself. I'll take it off again. So, you know, it's a process. But the good news is every time I put it on, I realize how much I don't like it, how it doesn't serve me.
And it's good that you've reached the point where you can have it be one way. Because as someone, I do like social media / marketing / whatever for a living. And the whole thing is, how do we make marketing two-way? How do we trick people with an ad, right? How do we get people to engage back and make it seem like they're special? And so I like that you're just like, no, I'm putting out my message and you can take it however you want to take it.
I'm putting it out there. And also like when I do scroll, sometimes you hit like I call it a vein, and you get like a ton of funny memes. It feels so good. It's a fun video about making a coffee. Sometimes it serves you stuff and it knows that you're alone. And it's like, here are the 5 things you're doing wrong as a parent. Here are the 6 things that are going to kill you. Here are this, here's all the, and you're like, who are these people? You know, China just made this law. This is like the Cliff Notes version where it's so like you can get fined if you are giving like medical or any kind of advice that requires a degree. And if you think about you, like it pulls you in, it's like the top 6, or it's bullshit. It'll be like 5 aesthetic choices that we see too much of. You're like, who cares? What are we fucking talking about? Here's footage of Princess Diana minutes before she died. You're like, why am I looking at this? But sometimes they'll be like, here are the top 5 foods you're eating that are killing your gut. And it's not even a doctor. It's just someone in the background making cereal. And it's a post of someone else's post. You don't know where that came from.
No.
You don't know that the video you're watching is actually what they said it was, or that picture is actually what it is. These are just people putting out accounts, and you spend so much time being like, I need to write this down. This is not verified information from people you trust. And so it's just like a bunch of like slop.
You're connecting with people outside of that as well, because you meet people at shows. You talk to people about their coffee on the free part of Patreon. Like, you are still engaging with your fans, but I think just not. It literally, the algorithm is made to make us feel. It's specifically done when something is free and it doesn't have a cost. You are you're the product. Like, it's selling you things. It's making you miserable so it can sell you things.
It's making you miserable so you can sell you things. That's exactly right, Emily. And like, I was in search of like a pair of wide leg pants, and I'm looking online, I'm looking everywhere. I can't find the exact pair that I want. I clicked on an Instagram ad, and then I noticed I'm scrolling, every like 15th page was like more pants, more Chinese brands, more foreign, send your money, never get a refund. Who the fuck knows where this is made? Weird pronunciation, pants, Chinese pants, Chinese pants. And you're just like, the algorithm like sensed that I was looking for one thing. You say the word, like you say like the word Kardashian, that's all you will get. Like the amount of Ariana Grande content I am served. I don't think I've ever said this girl's name. It is wild.
I saw Devil Wears Prada too with my mom yesterday, and a trailer came
Was
on
it good?
for the new Fox. It was very fun. I liked it a lot.
I'm excited to see it.
Glenn also liked it. So 2 yeses from the crew. But there was Ariana Grande's in the Meet the Fockers or whatever the next Focker is, Focker-in-Law. And my mom laughed throughout the entire Focker-in-Law trailer, okay? Laughing as though and then she goes, I don't want to see that. That doesn't look funny. I was like, it literally, you laugh the entire time. She goes, well, they knew how to get me with the trailer. I was like, they're not.
At least she knows. I think she's so
talented.
talented, by the way, but like, I don't need to be served a Jimmy Kimmel clip of her from like 2015. Like, who cares?
Can I tell you, having never seen a Focker film, I kind of do want to see her as Ben Stiller's arch nemesis, because there is something very funny about that dynamic. Right, sure. She's basically, Ben Stiller and her are head to head. I was like, I'm now interested in the Focker universe.
Sure.
My mom goes, well, bring back Barbara Streisand. Okay.
Okay, not the same role.
Great.
Okay, all right. So that's my answer, is that I've seen The Matrix and I can't unsee it.
Yeah. My phone was like, your average time last week was 8 hours a day. I was like, don't tell me.
You're like, I
Get
work.
away from me.
Yeah, when your phone's like, it's time to quiet down. Do you want to quiet down? You're like, fuck no, get out of here.
I know.
Quiet
I have
down.
2 different apps that are like, it's time to wrap up for bed.
You
at
wrap
like
up.
9 p.m. I'm like, no, it's
Wrap
not.
this up. Yeah, who the fuck told you to govern me?
You wake up and your first thought is, okay, should I do yoga? Should I drink warm water with lemon? Should I have a cup of coffee? Should I have my greens? Should I have a powder? Should I have something like vitamins? Should I have a billion tabs of vitamins? What should I do when I'm done taking those vitamins? Should I eat something then? Should I fast? What should I do? Am I eating enough? Am I getting enough fiber? Am I getting enough vitamins? I don't know. Well, between travel, the longer days of summer coming up, and everything just kind of being crazy all the time, you don't have time. I don't have time for complicated wellness routines. Grüns simplifies it, covering vitamins and minerals, greens, and prebiotics in one easy grab and go step. The name Grüns sounds funny, but there's nothing funny about convenient, comprehensive formulas packed into a snack pack of gummies. This isn't a multivitamin, a greens gummy, or a prebiotic. It's all of those things and then some at a fraction of the price. And bonus, it tastes great. It's a daily snack pack of gummies because you can't fit the amount of nutrients Grün does into just one gummy. Plus, it makes it a fun treat. You know, it's vegan, nut-free, gluten-free, dairy-free, no artificial colors or flavors. Generic multivitamins only contain around 7 to 9 vitamins. Grüns have 20 plus vitamins and minerals and 60 ingredients, which include nutrient-dense and whole foods. It's low sugar, or they have a sugar-free option. And it includes 6 grams of prebiotic fiber, which is 3 times the amount of dietary fiber compared to the leading greens powders.
and more than 2 cups of broccoli. I think this is a great way to get all the nutrition you need in a fun way. Grüns ingredients have gut health, beauty, energy, immunity, recovery, cognition benefits, and Grüns ingredients are backed by over 35,000 research publications. Save up to 52% off with code ELIZA at Grüns.co. That's code ELIZA at GRUNS.co. I eat on the road a lot. I know the difference between a great barbecue place, a dive, a 2-star restaurant, and a 5-star restaurant. And I'm telling you, when you taste these Omaha steaks, you are going to taste the difference in the flavor and in the texture. You deserve to be eating better meat. They sent some to my house, and I'm telling you, these are high quality proteins. And you don't just deserve high quality proteins on a special occasion, ladies and gentlemen. You deserve to be eating better steaks more often. Omaha steaks are perfectly portioned and individually vacuum sealed for less food waste, and they are delivered right to your door. With Omaha steaks in your freezer, you are always just minutes from a quality dinner. Whether it's Taco Tuesday or a weekend feast, burgers, steak night with the in-laws, every purchase is a risk-free win. With Omaha Steaks' 100% satisfaction guarantee, you are getting USDA certified tender steaks, burgers, chicken, pork, seafood, and so much more. It's all frozen at their moment of peak flavor, texture, and most importantly, quality. Each steak is naturally aged for a minimum of 28 days for maximum tenderness. It is grass-fed, grain-finished beef with rich, juicy flavor in every bite. And you've heard of Omaha Steaks. You've for sure heard of them because they've been around for over 100 years. Zero compromises, just delivering to your door tasty, high-quality meats. They make a great gift, and they make a great gift for yourself, especially with Father's Day coming up, or hey, Mother's Day. Mama likes a good steak too. Taste the Omaha Steaks difference and never settle for grocery proteins again. Get flavorful, high-quality proteins delivered by visiting omahasteaks.com. Plus $35 off when you use promo code ELIZA at checkout. That's omahasteaks.com. Code ELIZA. Terms apply. See the site for details. I don't know why cell phone bills are so expensive. Like, we all need a cell phone. We all need the internet. We all need text. We all need to send emails. Nothing will send me into a frenzy quicker than when I get the monthly text from my cell phone provider and they're like, by the way, we upcharged you because you did this one thing. It should be cheaper. And you should stop overpaying for wireless just because that's how it's always been. These are not rules of the universe. This is not physics. Cell phone companies just charge you what they want because they can get away with it. Well, Mint Mobile exists purely to fix that. Mint Mobile is here to rescue you with premium wireless plans starting at $15 a month. And all plans come with high-speed data and unlimited talk and text delivered on the nation's largest 5G network. Get up on that 5G network. Bring your own phone and your number. Activate with the eSIM in minutes and start saving immediately. No long-term contracts. Ditch that old overpriced wireless and get 3 months of premium wireless service from Mint Mobile for $15 a month. I love Mint Mobile, and I have suggested it to many family members because we should all be paying less for our wireless. If you like money, Mint Mobile is for you. Shop plans at mintmobile.com/Eliza. That's mintmobile.com/Eliza. Upfront payment of $45 for 3 months, 5 gigabyte plan required, equivalent to $15 a month. New customer offer for first 3 months only, then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See Mint Mobile for details.
Hey, Eliza, Emily, and the AIE crew. My name is JD, and I am a straight male listener, and I have been for years.
Pew, pew, pew. I'm writing it down. JD. This is my notepad.
Oh, I love the show, and I love the advice. I, 40 male, am writing to see if it is time to walk away from my relationship with my girlfriend, 38 female of 4 years. I desperately need some big sister advice. We can have brothers too. The backstory.
Big brother.
We are Big Brother. We are gender fluid. Big Brother.
No, we're sisters. We're not the brother. Just because you have a brother doesn't make you a brother.
Please name it We Are Not the Brother.
We are not the brother. My girlfriend, Amanda, and I have been together for 4 years, and I love her dearly.
Okay.
No, Amanda. Throughout our relationship, she has struggled with anorexia and depression. I've always tried to support her in seeking help, even offering to attend therapy sessions with her, since it has been so beneficial for me over the years. Because I'm so concerned about her health, I bring it up often. Oh, JD. But she usually brushes it off, insisting she has everything under control and that it isn't a big deal. Last August, someone in her friend group passed away. She traveled back to her hometown, about 45 minutes from where we live, to attend the funeral with her friends. After staying for the weekend, she returned home and told me the service had been difficult, but it was nice to catch up with her friends, and she was planning to meet up with them again the coming weekend. For the next 3 weeks, Amanda found any and every excuse to go back to her hometown.
By the way,
Yeah.
I called that she was cheating on you before I finished reading this. I'm going to put that out there. Finish reading it.
Last Labor Day, I had an opportunity to go see my favorite band, Oasis, in New York. And that was a big deal, that Oasis tour. It was a long drive
I'm
from where
so
we
over
live.
that band and their dumb feuds. Like, get over yourself.
But people care a lot. I don't, but people do. It was a long drive from where we lived, but I told her it was a dream come true for me to see them and I would like her to come. She told me she couldn't because she already made plans with a girlfriend and didn't want to cancel. The trip was the loneliest weekend of my life because I knew something was going on. I had planned to confront her with my worry/suspicion when I got home, but when I arrived back to our house, she quickly went to bed. After she was asleep, I went through her phone. I know that's not great, but I didn't know what else to do. Immediately, I saw that she had been cheating on me. Devastated, I woke her up and told her our relationship was over and that she had to move out. After she moved out and after a couple of days of talking, we realized we wanted to try to work it out. And she was finally willing to get the help she needed. I told her as long as she tried and did it with this guy, told me everything, I was willing to try to work it out. For the next 4 months, we went to therapy, which she clearly hated. She put in no effort and made me feel terrible every single week we were there.
She's got to be so hot. This girl's got to be so out of your league. Hot.
Although she told me her version of what happened with this guy and we attempted to work things out, I eventually discovered she'd lied about every single aspect of their relationship. I found out the truth about how long it had been going on, the number of times they had slept together. She was sleeping with both of us at the same time without using protection. But JD, you gotta use protection. JD, this is on you too. If she had gotten pregnant that month, wouldn't have known who the father was because she slept with both of us in the same 16-hour period. She went and met his family. She brought him around her family. That hurt. And they were talking very seriously about moving in together, sending listings and making plans to look at houses. She always called.
Did he know about you?
I wonder.
I bet not. I bet she said that like you guys were breaking up and you're abusive. Oh my God. I hate this girl.
For sure. Save me.
Oh my God.
She always called me her favorite person in a nickname way. And she called him the same thing.
Oh.
I know. I told her I had to be done. The betrayal simply cut too deep. She begged me to stay, finally promising to start medication for her depression and take therapy seriously.
No.
I agreed to stay if she truly made an effort. I told myself I would try to work through that too. Since last December, everything has improved. She's doing much better. She's taking her therapy sessions seriously, is finally eating normal meals again. I'm so happy for her. Here's my question. Should I stay? I am so happy for her and happy she is finally getting better. I love her very much, but I think too much happened because she didn't end it with this guy. She just blocked him after she found out he was sleeping with a couple of different people from his girlfriend.
Oh my God.
She found out from his girlfriend he was sleeping with other people. I feel like I'm always going to be the second choice. Please help.
You gotta break up with her.
Summer.
Where are we going?
Can't wait to see Chasing Summer.
Oh, I thought you said see you in the summer. I was like, yeah, I'm sure I'm playing.
See you in the summer.
A brewery or something. Break up immediately. She emasculated you. You were made a cuckold. She has made you second guess yourself. Also, you've questioned your own instincts. You are now in like a fatherly role. Okay, like there's nothing hot about like, okay, but are you taking your medications? I'm taking it. You're in a caretaker role. And she lashed out. She lied. And it wasn't like she got drunk and slept with someone, which also like I'm not saying that's awesome. This was like methodical. Like she had things planned out. And the only reason she is turning to you is because that guy treated her the way that she treated you. There is no future with this person. It's too much is broken. And the fact that she's doing great now and you couldn't get over it means you can't get over it. You thought you could. You thought you could blame all this on like, okay, if you go to therapy and you be the person that I know you can be, then we'll pick right back up where we were happy. She's never been happy. And you were there and you were more than willing to pick up the pieces. And this will happen again and again. That's great that she's doing better. And when we all die and we look back at our lives, she can look at this as like, wow, he was really there for me. He helped me. Or she'll be with some loser and look back and be like, wow, you treated me so well. A guy like you deserves a woman that will respect how kind and patient you are, not take advantage of it. The fact that she's great now and still smoking hot and you are still questioning if you're happy or not means you're not. You are allowed to doubt your relationship. You're allowed to question it. You're allowed to be unhappy for stretches. But if you are at the best version of your relationship, if what you're coming back to is, I can't get over that you lied to me, then you shouldn't. And that's okay. That the deal, quote unquote, the deal was she wasn't going to cheat on you, and she broke that. The deal was you would all try and do your best. Her at her best is not good enough for you. Sorry.
No.
You should not be with this person.
Horrible.
She put you in danger. She put you in danger. She put herself in danger. She embarrassed you. Now you're going to go back and see her family after she brought this loser around and no one gave you the heads up. You can't be with these people.
No, you deserve so much better than this.
Get some self-respect.
I will say this is, I don't know if it's because it's a man writing, a straight man, but I'm like, this is the most straightforward, boom, there's one answer, break up, done.
I mean, my answer is always break up, but there's
true.
nothing. It's amazing that you were staying with this person before. I guess that you loved her, but anytime you move into, and we see this a lot with women, I'm constantly having to tell my husband to clean up, and I'm always telling him he's not doing enough with the kids. And women get put in these motherly roles, mothering grown men. And in this case, you're fathering her. And I know we all have these daddy things, but it's not hot. Also, calling someone to task that is such a disgusting place to be in. Well, if you get help, then no one wants the ultimatum. It's not good for you. It's not good for her. Who's in charge of keeping tabs on that? You should never be. For all the boys and girls listening, I've never been in this you should never be in a relationship where you need to check someone's phone. No. And when I say that, I mean in a relationship where it's let me see your phone. Ever. Let me see your phone is what you say to your teenager when they're doing something shady. There has not been 1 second in me and my husband's marriage or any relationship I've been in where if I said, can I borrow your phone? They said no. It's yeah, here's my phone.
Yeah.
I've hidden all the nudes.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
She was maniacal in the way that she went about cheating on you.
I kind of love, though, that this guy has the same thing going on. That the other guy is doing this.
You're better than her. Break up with this girl right now. And she'll be she's going to get mad at you and be but you said if I tried and I've been doing so well, great. Go do so well with someone else. It's too broken. I can't do it.
You don't owe her anything.
You don't owe her anything.
Yes, you're saying she's fixing herself for you. No, she's not.
It should never. And that's the other thing. It should never be for you. It should have been she should have been enough. And it was only when the rug was pulled out from under her and this guy cheated on her that she was okay, I guess I'll go be with you. You are not a consolation prize, which is what she's treating you as. And you don't have to be mean about it because she is trying. And she probably is having your nice relationship. You could be listen, I will always love you and care for you, but I just can't get there emotionally. I think I've been too hurt and I'd like you to move out. And that's it. If she makes it about her, which she will, that speaks even more to her character. You don't need to spend another minute of your life handling this woman with kid gloves. And I also want to say something about the phrase kid gloves. Have we talked about this?
No.
Do you know what that phrase means? What that is? What kid gloves are?
No, I'm scared.
No, it's not scary. I was with my mom the other day and she was talking about this store in New York that was across from our hotel that was just selling gloves. And she was I went in, they're so beautiful. And they had kid gloves. I was what do you, little gloves? She was no, a baby goat is a kid. It's made from baby goat skin. It's kid gloves. And I was oh, I thought when you handled something with kid gloves, it was gloves that you would use to handle a kid because they're so gentle. So they're puffy, special gloves you would use to hold an objet d'art with. No, they're gloves made of kid skin, baby goat skin.
That's what I was scared of when I said I was scared of what it would be. I'm scared it's baby goat.
It shouldn't be handle it with kid gloves. It should be have kid gloves to handle it with or something. Handling it with kid gloves means the gloves are so soft so the object doesn't get anything on it. But the gloves are actually the vulnerable part.
I feel then the emphasis on kid is, I feel the emphasis in the sentence is weird.
Most people probably didn't know this. I thought it was special,
gloves.
Big puffy Mickey Mouse gloves to handle a baby.
Yeah, I just thought of gentle little gloves.
Yeah.
Top of the cup.
It's the top of the cob. We're doing it right every day. You just take a bite. Top of the cob.
Also, write in,
gross one.
people. Straight men, write in. Okay, starting with bottom.
How do they write in, Emily?
Oh, you can email askelizapodcast@gmail.com. You can go to Patreon. You can DM the Instagram if you want, but if you send it in 15 different messages, I can't copy paste all that, and I get frustrated with
It's
the
too hard.
limitations of technology. So Patreon is free. There is a very free area, or email is very easy, and there are threads.
All right, top of the cup.
Top of the cob, starting with bottom.
I'll just start.
Okay.
My bottom of the cob is all the bullshit around who gets to celebrate Mother's Day. And somehow, if you're like, it's just for mothers, somehow that's like a war on like a sexual spectrum, like a sexuality spectrum, and like an anti-feminist thing. Mother's Day was created by a woman to celebrate her mother who had like worked tirelessly in her life to, and this is in my Slow Sunday post, worked tirelessly to like help educate children and set up medical attention for kids in like a post-Civil War era. This was about honoring mothers and the endless sacrifices they make, okay? If you have a dog and you consider yourself a dog mom and you want to go have a special cup of coffee on that day because that's your baby, great. But like going to war online about like who Mother's Day is for, nobody fucking cares. Just like at Christmas, not everybody does it in the name of Christ and we all still enjoy it. At the end of the day, do whatever you want to do in your home, but just know that like it is for women because women do so much thankless work to bring children into this world and care for them. Okay? There's Teacher Appreciation Day. There's Father's Day. Your school might have a Grandparents' Day. Our school does a Grand Friends Day, which I think is dumb because, again, it's that same group that's like, well, they don't have a grandma, but we have an aunt that comes. Okay, the aunt can go on Grandparents' Day and we'll all fucking get over it. Like, we all need to be okay with something being titled something, but you celebrate it in your own way, okay? Get over it. It's Mother's Day. I hope you all had a beautiful one. And if you're not a mother, but you have a cactus and you put a hat on it and you're its cactus mom, great. Just don't be combative about it. That's all.
Bottom of the cob from the Patreon is really perfect. This is like, I've felt the most seen by it because of the way it was written, which is, went out to eat on Saturday, ordered my favorite dish on their menu, piri piri chicken. Didn't even read the menu since it's my go-to. They brought it to the table and they changed the dish. Instead of the piri piri sauce with fingerling potatoes, tomatoes, and spinach, it was served on rice. It was fine, just no longer my favorite dish. I connect with that so deeply. Like, this is fine, but it's not.
It changed it up on you. No, and you were looking forward to it. I had that happen. There's a restaurant in LA and they do a cedar plank salmon. I've had it about 400 times because it's one of the only things worth getting on the menu. And I went once and it tasted different. And like the server who was 10 was like, this is how we always do it. And I, of course, was like, I've been eating this salmon longer than you've been alive. You did something different. Like there's no honor, like there's no respect given to customers that frequently eat a dish. You're like, something's different. Like, I know because I taste it. They're like, no, you must be a bad person. Maybe we can get you fired and we can get you to like lose everything in your life because you're a customer who complained.
Yeah, I had an ahi tuna dish that I always get at this restaurant in Decatur every single time. And then one time, and we went like probably once, twice a year maybe. And then they served it with rice. And I was like, whoa, this was served with mashed potatoes. What's happening here? They went back. By the next time we went back, they went back and they said, we actually got a lot of complaints. So it worked. Everybody was like, this isn't the thing that we want.
You get a chef who gets in there, like, I'm going to change it for the hell. Like, it's a different starch. You're like, cool.
Yeah. No, don't do that to me.
Don't do it. People like my coffee regular, my regular coffee. A regular guy who likes regular. I like to be regular and have my regular coffee. Regular Joe.
My bottom is, you're hearing this after Mother's Day, but for Mother's Day, I am having my mom over to watch movies and stuff because that's what she asked for. And I know that that really is a way to make me clean my home. So I have to clean my home really hard this week
Do it for your mother.
Action.
Clean my home hard.
Yeah. I really got to get
the
into
cob.
Grannies.
Top of the cob. I have a good one.
You want to start? Or you want to end?
If you get a sometimes I get cystic acne. It's rare. I used to get a lot more, and it's along your jawline. It's like a hormonal thing. And I don't really get it anymore unless it's like I had a lot of sugar, or maybe it was like pure exhaustion. Maybe if I get my period, I'll get like one. But it's here and it's always painful, and you're not supposed to pop them, but I do because they're red. They're not like zits.
And they hurt.
They hurt, and like a clear stuff comes out of it. I put a patch on it. It's great, whatever. But if you squeeze it too hard, you'll get like a little scab. And you know, it's weird. It doesn't leave a mark in the way that other blemishes have. I don't know what that is. Maybe because it's a cyst and not a zit, whatever. You pop it, and then I put one of those patches over it that dries it out. And then I'll get like a clear scab that kind of forms over it. I love gently peeling at that scab. It's almost like when you take Elmer's glue and you peel it off, and it's just this like crispy, clear scab. And I peel it off, and then there's like nothing there. And I just, it's so satisfying. Little clear scab action.
You're not wrong, but the idea is just, I don't like it. But no, you're not wrong. Okay, fan top, which is just perfect. It's a beautiful photo. And there's a Share Your Cobb thread in our free Patreon.
Yeah.
Beautiful photo of an outdoor scene. It says, Top of the Cobb rereading, because I read it as soon as the text message went out. Slow Sunday on my porch, light breeze, 65 degrees. My trees are blooming. I'm just really at peace today. They have a coffee and a pastry, Eliza, and the cup of coffee says black like my soul.
Is this in Coffee Corner?
No,
this
this
is
is
Cobb.
Cobb. Go and Share Your Cobb.
I'm going
and
right now.
That beautiful.
I see someone drinking a bunch of sauce from Raising Cane's.
Drinking sauce.
Yeah, they have that special sauce. I don't see. Here it is.
Third most recent.
I love this, Cora.
I knew you would love that.
Next, I guess you can't do a picture of the newsletter because it's on your phone.
I mean, I guess you could do a screenshot, but then you're spoiling it. I try not to read too many Cobbs that are just about somebody's love for you, not because I don't think that's worthy, but because I think, but that's nice. This just came out. This is exactly your goal with this piece, was to create that cozy Sunday feeling.
Must figure out a way to retweet that. I also want to say, this is not a Top of the Cobb, but I guess it is. I had to go to Las Vegas 2 weeks ago. I was doing I was asked to go to Las Vegas to do a corporate gig for Adobe, and it was a really fun time. Learned a lot. They have really cool products. But I was the female celebrity presenter, whatever. And I was like, I don't want to look at Instagram. It's only an hour flight. I want to grab a book. What's a small book? So I grabbed a book sitting in my room. I don't know where it came from. It's called The Tutor. I could have sworn my mother left it for me. My mom reads a lot. I could have sworn on her visit, she was like, here's a book I finished. Read this. I get a lot of reading suggestions from her. And I still have her book, Heartbeats, which I have to read. Full disclosure, I do. I have read a lot of it because I was around when she was writing it. But she thinks I'm not reading it on purpose. I'm just very busy. But I just needed something to take my mind off of stuff. I tend to buy a lot of like scientific books that are like not page turners. Shout out to Carl Sagan. It's just not a bop. Light and Darkness. The book's called The Tutor. And I'm guessing a fan gave it to me. And I really enjoyed it. It's like a psychological thriller about this woman who gets a job with this rich family because she has something you think it's going to be like something dark and murderous, and it turns out to be something else. But if you want like a really easy bus read, The Tutor, written by Courtney Sacks spelled P-S-A-K.
I wouldn't have guessed that.
It's just a nice, easy read. That's all. I got nothing. Shout out to, I could not stop thinking about it.
My Top of the Cobb is I got sent home with stuff my parents don't want in their house anymore. And they're like, this is your problem now. And I got a whole box of newspaper clippings that I kept. And they're all mostly look like a little rat chewed them. And it's truly just like very interesting to go back and look at what I was doing, because I was able to figure out like what I had them for, because some had tape and like bulletin board holes, but truly like pages upon pages. And it's all just things about Buffy, Charmed, Smallville, like.
This is your top?
Yeah, it was like, I was like, God, I just kept all of these little things.
As like a teenager?
Yeah, probably. I was probably 13, 14.
This is what we did. You just saw something. You're like, it's someone I like.
you don't have, I didn't have a phone. I didn't have the internet. I didn't have social media. So I'd be like, oh, this was like a little collectible. Like, oh, Sarah Michelle Gellar was in a magazine. So I cut it out. And I was like, this is because I don't have merch. I kept everything. Like I have so many reviews and I was just like, gosh, I don't want to do anything with this. Like, what am I going to do? But it was nice to, I can't throw it out.
Like a little window into like how your brain was working at the time and like what you valued as a kid. And it's so innocent. Yeah.
Shrek 2 sneak peek because the other side is like a charm dad, and I was like, this is.
It's not dissimilar to like when you get a toy and you keep like part of the cardboard because it has a picture of the princess on it. You're like, it's just something like a little talisman. Yeah. Oh, that's
yes.
sweet.
Like, oh, I found this and I cut it out. And it's just funny that some are like, I clearly cut out and some look like I just ripped them.
That's like when I ran into Mark McGrath at the Jet Suite airport on the way to Vegas a few months ago. And I told him that I know you have a giant tattoo that says Irish and Ivy on your back because I cut out a picture of you with that from a Skechers ad in 2001.
Would it surprise you though that in this box I also have a lot of baseball game tickets because I used to go to baseball a lot?
I could see that. I could see that with your dad. It surprised me. It's a fun thing to keep that no one cares about. You guys, write in. Send us your cozy coffees. Send us your questions. Send us your red hot updates. We haven't had one of those in a while. I hope you had a great Mother's Day, and I'm looking forward to, let's see here. This is coming out on May 13th. So yesterday was my anniversary. 9 years? 8 years. I got to look that up. I got to look it up. And yeah, I'll see you coming up in, we got a couple gigs at the end of June. We got the Borgata. We've got the Prudential Hall in New Jersey, Borgata, New Jersey, Wind Creek Event Center in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. Come see me now because I will not be on tour for a very long time. Tickets to Liza.com/tour. And check out Slow Sunday. Sign up for it. And you get it fresh to your inbox. Catch it fresh. We're not your brother.